It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This will be taken very short. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready up.
54. Mike 54.
Look. Squeeze.
They begin with Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And an Eagle first down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
132 fighter.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
Come on. You gotta bring it. Hey, watch that.
Defense.
On first down, Winslow. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Right there.
Pilot, 64. Weak.
They want this. Kill. Watch out.
Leo. Hey, Charlie.
Undercrush.
Now. Get it.
Throwing on first down. Wade dancing to his left. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, Echo.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Hit it.
Throwing again. Wade. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Third. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10.
22 jet bombers, 22 jet bombers. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Yep. Ready.
Wade in the red zone here on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 20-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
We got this. First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey! Check. Hey, Sam off.
Check 50, check 50. Check 9, check 9. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check 43.
Now.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six. And just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
On the ready.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm.
And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. 78 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7.
Bears 14, Eagles 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10 at the Bears' 33-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
36. Deuce. Kill.
Bam. Bravo.
From the gun, Winslow. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Come on, set. 15, 20, 15. Hey, high 7.
Hey, watch it. Check three.
Hey, lock it. Hard. Hey, zoom.
Throwing on third and long. Winslow. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up fourth down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess you could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their goal, which is get to the other end zone.
And 99 yards to go if they want to do just that.
Brings up second and 9. At the
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Hey, Delta. Go.
Quick talk.
Get it.
To throw from his end zone, Kramer. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
54. Watch the screen. Check.
Look at me. Go.
Hey, switch gears. Jim.
Go. Ready?
Second and 5. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
They just gave up a sack there. If I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Ready. 60 or.
Bound to lose one. Shift.
Rock it.
On third down, Winslow. And the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 18 Gator. Topper. Hey, Alpha.
Check 13. Check 13.
Yo, go. Now.
On 1st and 10, Wade. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
54's Mike. Check.
Following the fumble recovery, Winslow. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On second down, here's Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Look at me. Zipper.
Throwing on third and long. Winslow, and caught by Henry. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Ready up.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step?
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago! Scott Miller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Got it.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. 76 yards. As they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will get them one closer. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. Looking to throw. Wade. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. On second down now, it's Brown. A nice job of just sticking the helmet down 9 yards on the play, but still 3rd and 12 now.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 12.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
To throw on third down, Wade. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This will be taken short. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't Ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
You draw horses.
Looking to throw on second down. Winslow, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now, 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Check. Lucky. Roll out. Hey. Spike.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bears take over. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Ready.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Hey, Echo.
To throw again. Wade. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Chicago. Scott Miller as the first half is winding down. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
Ready.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
On the ready.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Go. Defense.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? and each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Scott Miller, his third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year as the Bears push further out in front.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown one play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard.
Leo! Go! Ready?
Again, it's Henry. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Sam off!
No. Off. Sponge.
Recon, 132 fighter. Go.
They'll run with Henry. Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
50, play. Look at me, zipper! Now.
On second down, it's Henry, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Ready! 90 Wolf! Hey, Haywood!
54 is Mike. Check. Walk 54. Walk.
Now!
Operating from the gun, Winslow. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Hey, hey, watch the shit. Watch the shit. Check it.
Hard. Look at me. Go.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Hey, high 7. 2.
2nd and 11. And he's going to go down again. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. They'll run for it with Henry. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
52's the mic. It's been a long day for you. Show it. Hey, Mike 52.
80 weapon. Hey, Zoo.
Too little, come. Pick the edge. Come.
Yep.
Motion.
Deep grip.
On 1st down, Wade. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Hey, Delta. Hey.
Check that little Mike 52 right here. 52. Me and you all day.
Get it.
Back to throw. Wade. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. Scott Miller there to make the grab as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen.
6-6, bullet high.
Slam.
Ready.
Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go one more.
Now.
Looking to throw. Winslow. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. The Eagles on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Yes, yes.
From the gun, Winslow. And he will find his man on the outside. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Orbit. Go.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Here we go. 5.
On 4th down, Winslow. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now.
Hey.
Motion. Reset.
Shoot.
Throwing on 1st down. Wayne. This is Miller, complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Scott Miller, 47 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Leo.
Now they try the right side here. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Pick it up.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Y'all for 61. Matchbox lights.
Check. Big Ed.
Go.
Under 10. 10.
Big Griffin.
They'll run it again with Henry. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Hey, Sam off.
Play that Johnny D. Don't let him breathe, defense. Watch out. Shim. Jack.
Yo, go, go.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Get it.
They'll run. It's Henry. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
Watch the screen. Slam. Like 7.
Hey, Alpha. Hit it.
On 1st and 10, Wayne. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Bang.
Look at me. Zipper.
Big stop, D. Big stop.
Go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Wayne. Going up top for Miller. And it's knocked away and incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Eagles on 3rd down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. With it is Brown. Runs over him. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided.
Hard. Hey, seam 6. Now. Shoot.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. And even 70 yards.
Hey, wahoo!
Wade in the gun. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Second and 4. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
10 Lobo.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. 54 is Mike.
Hey, Echo.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Hey.
It's our time.
Get it.
From the gun on third down. Wade. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Got it.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the box.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. This guy is in a zone. Remember, he had a sack hat trick last week. That got him NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Another one right here.
I love how you phrase that, in the zone, because I'm a firm believer that like a running back, like a quarterback, when guys get hot and get locked in, the same thing happens for guys getting sacks. Their moves are working, and they're getting home and putting guys on the ground.
Ready.
On second down now. It's Henry, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Check.
Go out.
Hey, watch it. Check.
Hey. Say go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Henry. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Go. Now.
Here we go on fourth down. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Set, ready? 90 Wolf. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Haywood. Yo, go.
On first down, Wade. That is caught at the 7. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, You play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Set. 18 Gator.
54. I don't think you got it, son. Say.
Look at me. Zipper. Shoot.
They'll keep it on the ground. Henry. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bears, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.